soul nigga, WTG.
You know I whip for the commas. Money come back like it's karma. It's no bunny thick, call it common. God said ain't for no drama. Leave a broke nigga hating. You steady pushing that garbage. Got a slug in me first. She steady showing the cars. I'm Kobe with all of my niggas. Shorty do all of my niggas. Snow bunny dripping with thickness. I tell her to hop in the whip. She get to grabbing my phone. I think she giving me digits. She get to grabbing my dick. I think she in love with a nigga. Henny ain't coming for cheap. And VIP with the liquor. My whole crew for the conflict. Like we fucking with Twister. Big money, all that I know. I bring the show to the show. I bring the hoes to the show. Bitches, money and dro. You know I whip for the commas. Money come back like it's karma. Snow bunny thick, call it common. God said ain't for no drama. Leave a broke nigga hating. You steady pushing that garbage. Got a slug in me first. She steady showing the cars. You know I whip for the commas. Money come back like it's karma. Snow bunny thick, call it common. God said ain't for no drama. Leave a broke nigga hating. You steady pushing that garbage. Got a slug in me first. She steady showing the cars. I'm Kobe with all of my niggas. Shorty do all of my niggas. Snow bunny dripping with thickness. I tell her to hop in the whip. She get to grabbing my phone. I think she giving me digits. She get to grabbing my dick. I think she in love with a nigga. Henny ain't coming for cheap. And VIP with the liquor. My whole crew for the conflict. Like we fucking with Twister. Big money, all that I know. I bring the show to the show. I bring the hoes to the show. Bitches, money and dro. You know I whip for the commas. Money come back like it's karma. Snow bunny thick, call it common. God said ain't for no drama. Leave a broke nigga hating. You steady pushing that garbage. Got a slug in me first. She steady showing the cars. You know I whip for the commas. Money come back like it's karma. Snow bunny thick, call it common. God said ain't for no drama. Leave a broke nigga hating. You steady pushing that garbage. Got a slug in me first. She steady showing the cars.
Once I stick to my grind, I never get out of line. Bitches, they paying a fine just to come sit by the dime. I'm drippin', I'm not on my prime, out of sight, out of mind. She callin', she all on my line, told her quit sniffing them lines. Too many niggas can find, tryna get plugged with a rhyme. Niggas, they wanna do crime, but they don't wanna do time. What part of the game is you playing? Better take heed what I'm saying. All of this pressure applied, the pressure has been applied. Open the door for the ride, gotta get closer to God. They pop my homie in the head, making sure he ain't survive. Times could get hard with no fad. That's why I'm down on my knees till I elevate. Watch how I stick to my grind, I never get out of line. Bitches, they paying a fine just to come sit by the dime. I'm drippin', I'm not on my prime, out of sight, out of mind. She callin', she all on my line, told her quit sniffing them lines. Watch how I stick to my grind, I never get out of line. Bitches, they paying a fine just to come sit by the dime. I'm drippin', I'm not on my prime, out of sight, out of mind. She callin', she all on my line, told her quit sniffing them lines.
Hold on, wait, I gotta move my mic closer. I was too busy. All right, let me see. We good? Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Cut the music. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hey, everybody doing? It's Shaq Barnes here, and this is Real Takes Over Fake Debates episode 3. Shout out to AI. We got an action-packed show for you guys today. But before we get into what we talk about in today's show, I gotta salute the chat. I seen a lot of you guys in here early. I 100% appreciate that, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys been rocking with me for the long haul, for the longest. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That's one thing I want to say first. We got people in. I'm trying to. I just launched on the Kick app, so we're gonna see how that go. I just added that on. That's what's like. It took me a little bit. That's why I started at like 7:10. I was trying to like adjust it and configure it with that one. So shout out to the Kick app. We going live on Kick, Facebook, YouTube all at the same time. We got to salute to the chat first before anything. Shout out to Man Down Sports. He said Joker. Obviously, he's seen the topic and the picture of everything that was going on. He said Joker is not the MVP. He's not valuable on both ends of the floor. Tatum and Giannis are. Create a offensive player of the year for stat patterns. We're gonna get into that. I knew the stat pad things. Once I put Jokic on that picture, I knew the stat pad thing was gonna be a thing. He say the Suns are not a super team. Agreed. A super team is a team with 3 superstars in their prime. I don't think super teams exist at all. Dame Lillard will be remembered just like Allen Iverson. Yeah, we got to talk about that. I think Dame Lillard will be a forgotten superstar. Citizen Lou in the building. Okay, I tried one shoot. I'm live now, Steph, in the basement. I got In the Basement podcast will be my guest today on today's show. Shout out my boy Citizen Lou. I got an idea for my Thursday day because my usually days that I'm kind of like free. Is it like if I'm like free maybe like in the morning some days if not I'm doing some daddy duties, it depends. So I don't want to fully commit my mornings because obviously with my kids, I have kids that might get sick and that might, whatever, daddy duties. But the day where I'm usually like free is Thursday, Friday. I'm usually free. What's up, mama? It's okay. Is she good? Perfect example. Yeah. See, right. You heard it right there. So the days I'm usually free is Thursday and Friday. So I want to do my Fridays just like the shows. It's gonna be my shows. But I got an idea for Thursdays. I'm in the point. I'm going to do a debate league later on. I'm also going to do like interview episodes when I get to the players. I did. I got to chop back up with James White again, former Patriots running back. I worked with him on the Bears game. I'm gonna try to get him on the show. But I want to do a legacy. The key word when I say this, legacy episodes. And it's so much hate in the sport community world. And we also fear sometimes it be biasness when it comes to it. So my Thursday, I want to do legacy episode. Legacy would be like, all right, so say episode 1 was LeBron James. I might go grab shout out Go James Kingdom. I might grab Go James Kingdom, those 2 guys, and I might grab A-Weezy Bank. And we're gonna go through the step-by-step of their career. Obviously show appreciation for the players. And see what made him make his legacy. It's just like show players love. Like, there's no show that's like that. It's just show love to a player. So, like, shout out my boy Citizen Lou who said, yo, I know he's a Memphis fan. So if I got a Memphis Grizzly legend, I would want him on the show. Like, all right, let's do a Zach Randolph episode, legacy episode. So let me know if y'all like that idea with the legacies, and I can set up my Thursdays for a legacy episode. Obviously, I believe my first 3 episodes will probably be LeBron, Jordan, Kareem, and I can set it up. And I already kind of man who I would want for each episode. Like I said, for LeBron James, I probably do Go James Kingdom and A-Weezy Bang. For Kareem, I might do Sean. Shout out Sean. He's and then shout out Bees. I definitely got to do Bees. I gotta tell Bees keep his filter clean though. But Bees for the Kareem. Then Jordan. I got a couple guys from the city with the Jordan situation. We could do Jordan. But we're going to get deep in our bag on that. So let me know if y'all like the legacy idea for Thursdays. We can do that because I'm building Real Takes Over Fake Debate as a network. And it's just going to be more than me. Like I said, I got my boys, Step and KC should be coming up soon if they come through. I know they said the link was tweaking where in the Basement podcast, I'm going to have them live on here. And I'm going to have multiple shows. So it's like, guys, let's like, I'm trying to build it up higher. So we have guys like I think like a lot of people deserve shows. I don't know why Sturdy don't have a show yet. If I had to make the Sturdy show, Sturdy, we're gonna have to put you on there. Taj too. You Taj, I think y'all great. We talking about it. Tiff, I think she great. So it's like I want to build a network. I don't want to say I'm copying off Players Choice, but I've been had this idea. Just sometimes people beat you to it, and that's why I changed my name for just Real Takes Over Fake Debates from SB Talk Sports. Because Real Takes is just it's everything in life. So like a guy like Citizen Lou who chop up everybody. Citizen Lou already doing this thing. Citizen Lou big money. I had to pay Lou big money to come on my platform and do his thing. Shout out Citizen Lou. Citizen Lou be cooking. But my whole point like that though, like I want to talk about every topic on here. And I'm in the process of working on because my girls, my lady, be over here, her friends be over here chopping up all the time. I'm just like, bro, I hit it with the same thing she hit me with while I'm talking sports, like why you ain't got no podcast yet. But let's finish with the comments. Since Lou said he digging the intro, I appreciate it, man. My boy, I was editing it up. I've been working. I've been quiet, been working. Guy first said, what it do? Popped up on my timeline. And I just wanted to sub. Bro, shout out to Landon Hart with the sub with that, baby. Shout out Landon Hart with the sub.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was. Huh?
That was legitness. I think I hear that. You know that, right? Salute. So speaking of Sturdy, look, I brought him up right there. Shout out Sturdy. Sturdy, you need a show, bro. If I had to have a network and I give you the platform for you to do your thing, my boy, I need you to do it. Salute Taj. Says Lou said an intro. Yeah, the stream was starting. That's my long. I got a shorter one, but I need the longer one. I was obviously getting the kids together, so I played the longer one. I got a longer one, the shorter one. Then also I got to promote the music. Shout out Rose God. ROSEGHOD. Shout out Rose God for the music. Rose God did this thing with the music. Going crazy. So I got a couple songs in the back. I got artists that I need to promote too. Shout out to Salute. Shout out Sturdy. Salute Taj. Lou about to create a futuristic. He gonna have to. Lou about to get this bag. You see it. You see I got the car pushing. Got the car pushing. Renegade in the chat. Shout out your GOAT. Your GOAT. This is my young editor. He be going crazy. Detroit Piston fanatic. I'm about to get him a Detroit show too. We gonna be working in the lab with him, get him prepared to talk on the mic. Cause trust me, we gonna get you to that next level. We gonna get you to that next level. Yo, go. I know he care more about Detroit than anything else. Maybe Detroit and like soccer and stuff. So I'm gonna get Yo Goat in his bag. So we gonna work on him. Get to that point. I'm from Akron. I'm at Akron versus Kent State College game basketball. Okay, so what's the score? Landon Hart, what's the score to the game right now? Let us know how we see it there right there. Shout out to the first lady. Shout out to the first lady right there. Shout out Lee John. How is Joker stat pad? We gonna get into that. I'm gonna definitely get into the show. I see Yo Go. Salute Sean. Salute Double E. He said hit that like button on backstage. Steph, I don't see you, bro. I don't see you. It don't say you backstage. I usually see it. I don't see you. You see me? I don't want to refresh it, but I don't see you backstage. Leave and come back, Steph. I definitely do not see you. It usually will pop up. I definitely do not see you. But when Steph getting this thing together, like I said, I got my boy from In the Basement podcast. Possibly is going to be a show here on the Real Takes Over Fake Debates Network. Yeah. ARD. I don't want to reset it. Let me see. If I reset it, maybe you'll pop up. Let me see. Hold on. Give me one. Okay. There you go. I see you now. Okay, I see you now. There you go. It worked. Give me 1 second, Steph. I'm gonna introduce you. All right. So, like I said, in the Basic Podcast, this is my boy Steph. Coincidentally, he did. I think the one day he actually put his feed right in the algorithm. So I was at work and he randomly popped up, and I just joined the show. And we had great chemistry, so I want to work on the process of putting them over here on this side too, and also in the Basement Podcast where we be chopping up at. Well, I think I officially earned my stripes to be a part of the show. Steph hated. I be cooking them up. But yeah, I be cooking them up over there, heavy KC. But before I introduce my boy Steph, Today's show, we got an action-packed show. We're gonna talk mainly football and basketball today. Also, shout out Patrick Kane. Man, bro, it hurt my heart. He's the reason why I'm a fan of the hockey. I'm getting to it. Like, I can say me as an underground guy, only thing I know about hockey is the puck is black, and I know more about it probably because I play NHL on the game. But Stephen A. as a face of ESPN and the face of a sport network, you can't say that live, bro. You can't say that. He get too saucy, but you can't say that. You got to be well-rounded. I don't want to be as high as he is. When I get to that point, I don't know. I got to know every sport. I have to. But today we're going to talk about who the real MVP is, NFL Combat Outlook. You got Nolan Smith ran a ridiculous amount of speed on a 40. And now all of a sudden, Kevin Durant and the Suns are a super team. And Lamar Jackson might be headed to the Commanders. And also, I believe Dame Lillard will be a forgotten legend. But like I said, I got to add my boy Step to the podcast from In the Basement Podcast. Get a round of applause to him. Like I said, shout out my boy Step. Step is definitely a great coach in the Philadelphia. West Philadelphia born and raised. I should have had that. I just thought about that. I should have had that.
I'm not from West Philly, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't disrespect Uptown.
Okay, North Philly.
No. That's Uptown, not North Philly.
Okay, wait. So what side of Philly you from?
I'm from Uptown.
Up is north, right? Or
Up is not considered north in Philly.
In Philly? Okay.
Yeah.
See, look,
North Philly is North Philly. We got South Philly, North Philly, West Philly, and we have Uptown. We got, it's segregated like that. Mm-hmm. It's difficult if you ain't from here to understand.
Yeah.
When you say Uptown, I understand what you're saying. You're saying North Philly, but it's not necessarily North Philly.
See, y'all sense of direction is different from over here. When we say up north is up, east over east, they're different.
So we higher than North.
We higher than
yeah.
y'all. So
honestly,
y'all
that's what it is. We are above North Philly. Yeah, we above North Philly.
But okay, so my boy Step in the Basement Podcast. Shout out In the Basement Podcast. You need to send me a link to, or even put it in the chat, and make sure I get everybody to subscribe.
Gotcha.
I think do you got a wrench yet, bro? Yogo? Hold on, let me check the chat. If not, I got to get Yogo his wrench. Let me see. Can I make you a moderator off that? Yogo, there you go. I made you a moderator. Hey, Yogo, leave and come back. You should have your wrench, and then share the In the Basement Podcast link in the chat. I want everybody to like and subscribe. We got to get that to 1,000.
Yeah, we got to get to 1,000 subscribers.
We got to get to 1,000.
You having me, bro.
Oh yeah, no, man. You part of the same way I'm part of your show. Y'all part of mine. And then before we get to the show, I had this idea for my Thursdays. Sturdy said, hold on, wait. Sturdy said, who I got to cook to get a wrench? Man, look, if I give you a wrench, Sturdy, is you gonna have a show on my thing. I'll make a whole.
Yo, it's a collab thing, man.
Yeah, I'll make a whole show for you to just cook people to add on, and I'll set up. You see, I'm kind of solid with the intros. I'm all right. My intro's a little long. This is my long intro this time.
Yeah, that joint every bit of 20 minutes.
Yeah, it give me time to prepare. I had to get my notes. I had to put the kids in the back.
I heard you hollering at my nieces and everything. Yeah,
greedy wow. Sturdy speaks. Okay, we like that. Hey, tell Sturdy I gave him a wrench. I need him to have a show. But
what up, Sturdy?
What you think about the legacy idea for a show on Thursdays where we just actually have an athlete appreciation where we go through what made them become that legend? And I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely just the creating of content. Sometimes you gotta think outside of the box. You know what I mean? And some ideas that aren't considered great ideas are great ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So something like that'll be different. You know what I mean? It gives someone exposure, not that if they needed it or not, but as well, it gives you the opportunity to grow in this content creating field. Because I'm learning from you, I'm learning from Kay, learning from Best of Seven and everybody else that's on here, mine at FYF. You know what I mean? Shout out to all of them. But I watch y'all shows, even your shorts, all the time, just trying to learn how to do certain things. But at the same token, when you have a spotlight like that, that's just the same thing. I want to try to do the same thing, but with small businesses. What I don't want to consider small businesses. I want to say with businesses.
Yeah, because I've been slacking on. I already got 2 sponsorships already ready. I gotta go One sponsorship is this. I met the guy. It's like a little Wine and Taylor store by my crib. It's a Chicago seltzer called Half Pass. Shout out Half Pass.
Shout out
Pretty much
Half
is
Pass.
already. I just got to get my sample pack from them, and then. But shout out Half Pass. That's one of our sponsors here, and also
Nice.
Vitamin Heating and Cooling is a
Congratulations.
Chicago base. So don't. It's the windy city out here in Chicago. Do not go cold.
Yes, it's
Call
definitely
Vitamin-
windy out there.
Call Vitamin Heating and Cooling. Just look it up. You'll find it. But I does to my sponsors. I gotta actually get them the pictures and stuff up here. But yeah, that's what I plan to do because I already got like I know you a Detroit fan and
Yes,
your
me and
GOAT
Goat.
is.
What's up, Goat? What's up, my guy?
I'm like so
Our guy.
The Zeke episode I already had you and your GOAT for that episode.
You already
so like,
know.
Because I already got like the people I talk to so many people that I
Mhm.
know like okay if I do this player this is what I gotta get. So I think like my first 3 episodes gotta be my first 4 episode LeBron, Kareem, Kobe. Then I expand. I might have to do Zeke, but when I do the Zeke episode, it got to be you and you go on the panel for sure.
Hey, no doubt. You got definitely. That's my idol.
Yeah.
That's my idol. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out Bag the Party and Shay said back in again with another one. Okay, so I'm gonna hit you with which direction we want to go with this first. We got the NFL Combine, we got the MVP talk. So you want to go basketball because you on the show, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go.
Oh, bro, you know how I say on my show, you usually come in after we start the show.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes when we come in,
man, I come in late.
Yeah. You quite a bit late all the time. So he's always in the office with HR with Tiff and the girls. You know what I'm saying?
But look, but when I do come in, I jump like Mario.
Yes, you do.
That's all
you
do.
I see you. I see you took my dad was legitness too. Don't think I
that was legitness.
Yes,
Yeah.
I ain't even going to sound effects because I don't know if they'll come up on your stream or not.
Yeah. Nah, see, I got to get right. And then also, I got the other stuff we got to play later in the show. My favorite game of the show, Real Takes or Fake Debates, where I ask you questions, you're going to tell me it's a real take or fake debate. And if it's a real take, you get this.
Hey, that's pretty good.
If it's fake debate, you get the. So let's go from the main topic of the point of let's talk MVP. Let's go straight to the MVP with Joker. I feel like the NBA realized that they messed up so bad by giving Joker the MVP last year as a 6th seed because they care so much about his stats alone because they said we never seen nobody do what he did before, right? That was the narrative last year. I literally said I think the NBA should not give Joker the MVP. Oh, excuse me, because he is the 6th seed. 6th seed should not get winning should also be a matter. I said I would rather get Devin Booker the MVP because he showed that he kept the Suns afloat, even if we thought they was frauds or not. And we're gonna get into the point because everybody thought they was frauds, but we're gonna get to the point about how the Suns are a super team now. But we all called them frauds last year. But Devin Booker kept them. The majority. I'm gonna say the majority.
All right.
And we everybody called them frauds, and now all of a sudden they're a super team. But Devin Booker kept them afloat without Chris Paul. Then right after that, Giannis kept the Bucks at a high level. They did drop a little bit purposely, though. Purposely. I'm 100% say purposely because they wanted to play the Chicago Bulls because we looked at weak. They purposely dropped down, but when the MVP conversation was going on, Giannis had them boys at the top of the league. And then if not, you could have gave it to Joel Embiid. So they told me Joker deserved it because he did something we never seen before with his stat category. Once again, in today's era, now they like, bro, we can't get Joker the MVP because he might lose in the playoffs. They'll make the league look bad. But offensively, we can't give him 3 in a row because now he's going to be in a different set of conversation. But you told me last year that he did something we never seen before, and he's doing it again. I never seen a guy be the number 1 seed averaging a triple-double. And then also, when he averaged a triple-double, his team is undefeated. He's clearly the MVP this year. And I just think you reap what you sow in the league, put it in the check, they can't cash, and now you have to cash it and give it to Joker.
And to piggyback on that, remember we talked on the show last year, and we all said the same thing basically. Like Joker shouldn't have won the MVP over Embiid because the seeding and all that stuff.
Yep.
Embiid was number 1 in scoring. Led his team they was number 2 last year in the conference. Joker was number 6 in this conference, and the year before they gave Joker the MVP because Embiid didn't play enough games.
Right.
So you talking now again for 3 years straight of the Embiid and Joker MVP race, and then you had the Giannis jumping in there and then coming out. Then you got the Tatum jumping in there, coming out. Periodically. So my take on it is I don't believe that the NBA has a truth on how the MVP is supposed to be given out.
You don't. The narrative change every year. It changes every year.
Yeah, they move the goalposts all the time from whoever it needs to be for. But for some reason, it's just not going to Embiid's way. Right. So him being a number 2 seed or number 3 seed, leading the league in scoring, heads up, smashing Joker this year with dominance, with great dominance. But then you'll say, but he's not reliable. Joker's playing every day. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to use that against Embiid. And now that the Joker is averaging that triple-double, it's like, dang, how can we not give him the MVP again when we gave Russell Westbrook the same thing for the same thing in the MVP?
Okay, let me do a mic check because my boy Man Down Sports said my mic is coming through the computer. Check me now. Hey, tell me how I sound now. Mic check 1-1. Give me a 1 if I sound better. 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat if I sound better. 1 in the chat. It definitely was on my computer mic. Shout out Man Down Sports. Man Down Sports, I'm going to need you on the episodes too soon. And everybody shout to me. Subscribe and like Man Down Sport.
Sure.
Also, Man Down Sport comment and said, what is Joker doing defensively, though? But it's called MVP. It's not called Defensive Player of the Year because the league has already shown us that they don't care necessarily about defense when it comes to that award.
Right, but that's because they have a Defensive Player of the
Year award. Yep.
So they're not going to do that. They're not going to use that. So that works to his advantage, being as though he doesn't play dominant defense. So you got a big in which the game is promoting the bigs to being perimeter players, and he's doing everything that a guard can do. So now they're looking at it in the aspect like he does everything. You know what I'm saying? He's rebounding as a big, he's scoring as a big, and he's dribbling. He's conducting the offense. He's controlling the offense. They're passing him the ball on rebounds, and he's getting the assists. He's damn near top of the league in assists. So it's like you're putting everything. You're putting everything in the ball in the hands of him for him to lose. And what we were saying on the show last year was if he has another season like he did this past year and they're higher seeding, how could you not give him
the MVP? Thank you. I literally said that because I said when they were saying everybody was saying Joker MVP because we never seen nothing that was never done before. I'm like, bro, you know that Jamal Murray and Michael Porter is coming back next year. They will be better. Because everybody's like, Joker can't get down the playoffs. I'm like, bro, he only had his team fully healthy when he got to his peak form one time. One time. They're going to be a higher seed. And Joker numbers not going to change because they are not going to play different at all.
Nope.
They're not going to play different. And they haven't played different. They have it at all. Man Down said, no, hold on, wait. Let me say this one comment. Man Down said, see the league. So Man Down, like how I do the show, I do like if y'all want me to start doing like call-ins with the link after certain topics, I do that. But I really do just like if I bring the guests on during the show because I don't want to be like, you know how I used to do the show. It'd be like 10, 12 of us. It'd be hectic, crazy. I'm planning on putting this in like audio form on like Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Right. So like I said, I want the basement on here. At 30, I'm gonna get you a show. So once I get that set up, if you be on live on here, I'm gonna put it through on Apple. And also, if I have segments where I'm working on getting it on the station right now in the process of that, it will be where it's supposed to be at too.
And congratulations on all the things that you're doing. And I'm
trying, bro.
We in the basement. Well, you're part of in the basement.
Anyway, I'm in the basement too.
It's like you shouting. I'm shouting you out anyway, even though you're always in the HR office. Are proud of what you're doing. Appreciate and the progress that you're making, as well as even this bringing us on. Because, like I said, I'm new to this. We a year in, and you've been with us since like our 4th show.
Yep.
Just jumping in on the comments, and then I was like, you know what? Let's bring him on, and you've been home ever since. Man.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to have a coaches episode with you and probably my cousin. My cousin is the coach of a D1 college in Houston. He get mad at me because I butchered the name is like Houston Tilliston, whatever.
Okay,
but he's the girl. I'm in butchering it. He get mad at me every time. He literally told our grandma, "Hey, don't be playing the sound effects on me. You can't do that. I'll put you in the office over here." But nah, he get mad. He literally tell our grandma like, "Yeah, man, Shaq do the sport talk." And I had him on my radio when I was doing the radio at my school, the radio station, the intern radio station. He was just like, "Grandma, Shaq, I like Shaq doing the sports stuff. He got to learn how to talk though." He literally only mad because I busted. We literally was on the phone for like 10 minutes. And he literally said it like 20 times. And as soon as the show started, I still got it wrong.
Oh,
but
man.
He's the women's coach. My cousin does a great job with the
shout out to him, man, because I'm on the women's side as well now. You know what I'm saying? So
one thing he told me about that, he said with girls, and once you show that love for you and they have that love for you, he said they play hard for you, bro.
Yes,
they do it. Hard, bro.
And not to jump off topic of how you want to do the show.
No, go ahead.
With girls basketball, it becomes about basketball.
Yeah.
And there's a big difference between coaching boys and girls because you got so many hands in the pot with boys. With girls, is more fundamentals, and you can actually see the progress much greater because they're not playing above the rim.
Yep.
Everything is below the rim. Everything is about fundamentals. Everything is about, if you have some flash, you can push it, but they're not going to do too much.
Right.
Not unless they are straight advanced and you can see it clearly against the girls that they're playing against.
Yeah.
But I love being on the girls' side of the basketball because now it's just really, and like you said, they'll run through a brick wall for you.
Yeah. They like even the best players will be like how the glue guys are. Even the best players will run through. If you show that love for them, he literally was like, "Yeah, once you show that love for them, bro, they'll play hard for you."
Yeah. Shout out to your cousin, man.
Yeah. Shout out to KD. KD. He was Curry. I say Curry. Curie. Hoop legend.
You butchering again? I'm about to give you some sound bites right there.
Yeah. Nah, he be mad. I ain't gonna lie though. Like, I sometimes do it just to mess with me. My older cousin, we same grandma. His pops is my uncle, RP, Uncle Jeff. I love you to death. Always.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, and my mother is brother. Yeah, Uncle Jeff, and that's my brother's brother, and that's his son. So that's how we related. So he my first cousin. So and he's the oldest one, so I mess with him even more. So sometimes I do it on purpose, but then it's like I mess with him so much, and now when I try to be serious, I end up still doing it because I mess with him so much, and he be mad, bro. But I still love him though.
Nice. But, you got some comments in there.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and chop it up to the comments. Let's see what's going on to the people talking in the chat. 30 say I sound better. The Nuggets would be a lottery team without Joker. Facts.
I can't say lottery though. You know
what?
Because they're playing.
What?
Because they're playing. Because no, listen. Let's be honest. If you take Joker out, you have to bring something in. So like you're not sitting there saying like the team is just that darn right horrible or they're Houston
I'm gonna
or
tell
Charlotte.
I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna bring in because
No. You can't tell me what they're gonna bring in.
No. I'm gonna tell you.
But you're just dropping Joker. You can't say what they're gonna bring in.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm bringing. Let me chop it up with you. You know I know my knowledge when I tell you this.
Come on, bro.
Joker was a second round pick. He got picked during, I believe, a Burger King or a Taco Bell commercial. He was literally that much irrelevant.
Shout out to my cousin Flip because Flip got picked in the second round during the commercial as well.
Yeah. So nobody cared for him to be relevant. His family couldn't even see his face. You know who was ahead of him? Yusuf Nurkic was the center ahead of him. So if Joker never panned out who he was, they would have been Yusuf Nurkic. Yusuf Nurkic would have been the starting center.
Okay.
Lottery. If Yusuf Nurkic was the star, imagine I gave you a higher pick who was a better guy. They will be a lottery team if Yusuf Nurkic was the starting center over Joker. Joker was a diamond in the rough, like a pure example of a diamond in the rough.
But but we honestly can't say. Well, I understand where you're coming from. Well, number one, I understand that totally. But we can't honestly say in these last 5 years that nothing else would have happened over there in Denver for them to get some other player or players for them to be competing with the Jamal Murray and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they'll get nothing better than Joker.
But
I don't think nothing.
I mean, yeah.
Nothing
has come out in a big
to be a 3-time MVP. No, even that point, if it's not a center, I don't think they're getting a 3-time MVP. No time from the point that Joker was drafted to this point at all.
Yeah, I understand that, but sometimes the smaller pieces can make a team.
Yeah,
we all know that, right? So you never know who that other diamond in the rough could have been if they didn't get Joker and they added other pieces.
Yeah,
not to say that like this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they wouldn't be bad. They wouldn't be as good as they are. We know that for sure. But they still will be competitive. They have a good coaching staff over there. They had players that's over there that before the trades, they had a load of guards. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't like they was uncompetitive. It's just that
they were hit the same. Yeah, I forget. Let's get the last 2 comments, then we're gonna go to the next one.
Yep.
So he said the finals MVP is named Double Lee. Shout out Double Lee. The finals MVP is named after Bill Russell, a defensive specialist. Another horrible argument. I mean, they named that because he won the most championships. That's all that is. Shout out my boy Sturdy. Sturdy be cooking. I'm gonna try to recruit Sturdy to get him a show because Sturdy be cooking people. He mad because I call him a numbers guy, but he definitely be cooking with the numbers. But shout out my boy Sturdy. He said Joker is the only multiple. Wait, I moved up. I'm sorry. Joker is the only multiple-time MVP winner. Never played with a all NBA or a all defensive teammate. That's ridiculous. Like, you're not getting that. You're not getting that at all. But
we talking regular season too, though.
But that still matters though. That still matters.
Everybody in the regular season looking for numbers, so if you're not a specialist, you got to come into this league. The problem with the league now is these, like the PJ Browns and the Thibels and stuff like that. They want them to be offensive players. They can't just be the Ben Wallace that Ben Wallace was, not the Dennis Rodman that Dennis Rodman was. See what I'm saying? So now they try to, he got to be able to make a shot. He got to be able to make a shot. He got to be able to make it. No, why can't they just be comfortable doing what they do? Periodically, if they can get a little hot hand with a jump shot and make a jump shot or two, let them be that. But when you have a league full of, now the league is offensive minded, they're going to point out the deficiencies offensively, not what you do best.
Okay, I understand that. So I'm loving the basketball talk. So we're gonna keep it basketball. So Kevin Durant joins the Phoenix Suns. We all called them frauds. Now all of a sudden they're a super team. I don't understand it.
I never said fraud.
So. No, we definitely called everybody. Majority. Of the
all right, let's clean this up, bro. Because you know how I get with the basement. You know how I get there.
No, majority of the world called the Suns fraud. Now they act.
Go where you at? Go. You ain't said that in a minute. Come on.
Now they a super team. Then also we gonna knock 2 segments out with one. Then also, I feel like Dame Lillard will be that forgotten superstar like a Dominique Wilkins, Jordan Gervin, Adrian Danley, that you will only live to understand how great this player is. Yeah. But this Shaq Barnes is Real Takes Over Fake Debates, and we'll be back after this.
Yes, sir.
And we are back. Shaq Barnes. Real Takes Over Fake Debates. I got my boy Step from In the Basement Podcast, which I am a part of. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and join it. Like I said before, the break coming, before we had to take a little brief intermission, Kevin Durant joined the Phoenix Suns, got traded after his friend Kyrie Irving got traded to the Dallas Mavericks. He got traded to the Phoenix Suns, and the Phoenix Suns kept their majority of their core together with Chris Paul, who is old and don't look the same. Devin Booker, who's an iffy prime star, who people don't give him credit. And then DeAndre
always
Ayton
be underrated.
And DeAndre Ayton, and the crazy part about that, Booker still young. He been in the league for a long time, and I think he just cracked 24 or maybe 25. And then you got DeAndre Ayton, who was a number 1 overall pick, but who hasn't showed that potential from what we talk about, from what the majority of people has been saying. So first of all, Step, you know how I feel about super teams. I done said it plenty of times on the base, but super teams don't exist. Shout out my boy Bees, because I will not take credit for that. Like I made that up.
Shout out to our boy K as well.
Shout out K. Super teams don't exist. But if super team was to exist from the standard that people has been setting the precedent because of names, this team is not a super team. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Chris Paul has
aged out.
Chris Paul is a shell of himself. shell of himself.
He has
He's
aged
not
out.
close. He's aged out.
He's aged
Devin
out.
Booker, as much as we want to say he close to his prime, he's never shown that he can lead the team to wins and be that guy like when KD played with like a Steph Curry. He don't even wait. Listen. Let me finish. I love D Book. He showed that he's skill wise, but he hasn't even shown that he's as valuable as a Klay Thompson. Honestly, winning wise, when we talking winning alone, because I done seen Devin Booker put up numbers. He's the only guy I seen put up 70. He didn't win. I said seen with my eyes. I seen Donovan Mitchell put up 70, get a dub, and I seen Dame Lillard put up 70, give a dub. I seen Devin Booker put up 70 points and lose and was happy. That's a problem with me. That's 100% the problem. Then we got DeAndre Ayton, who showed promise offensively, but looked suspect defensively clearly. And then they go to the finals, right? And we go, as much as we dock the Warriors for making the finals and people get injured, we can say the same thing for the Suns. And then when they met up to that juggernaut called Giannis, the Greek freak, Antetokounmpo, people got exposed.
The butcher.
The butcher. He was in the chef chopping it up, making gyros by the piece. Gyros by the piece.
I mess with Giannis, but I think he's a bit overrated as well too.
The best player in the league is overrated. Oh,
let
me say my last point. We go have to chop it on that. We go have to chop it. We go have to pause on that one. But then then the next year, even though the Suns made the finals, right? Mm-hmm. Then they met Luka Magic, another overseas god, balled out by himself, who is the next best player. Probably is Tim Hardaway Jr. The Suns choke games. The game was over by the first quarter.
I mean, they did have Jalen Brunson. You know that, right?
I mean, Brunson wasn't Brunson that we see now.
Time out.
Brunson would we not doing that. Brunson, not the Brunson of the Knicks right now, though.
Brunson was playing like this last year.
Nah, he playing way better.
I mean, he's playing way better, but he played well enough.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. He played the way he playing with the Knicks now. He played without Luka Doncic. I didn't think he could do that consistently.
But he's doing the same thing he did when he was in Dallas. When Luka was out of the game, he was doing these same things. It's just now he's in that starter role where it's magnified what he's doing now. So, and you would know because on the show, I was a Brunson and everybody was looking at me funny saying
I did. I said
that was mainly you.
I get it.
That was legitness.
Okay, thank you very much.
No, I give you that. You called it. I was like, no, trash. You went to I was wrong.
And the same thing you said about Sacramento, and I heard you on another show the other day giving Sacramento their props. I'm gonna let you. You want to give me?
I do not care. I give you your credit, but this is what I'm telling you.
Give me my legitness.
Okay, I got you.
That was legitness.
Thank you very much.
This is gonna happen with the Kings. Until the Kings prove it in the playoffs, everything they do, I don't care about the regular season. I'm gonna tell you what everything they do is.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
It's a mission failed. I don't care.
Go.
It's a mission failed. Let me say it again.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
You'll go have to get up next time. I don't believe in the Kings.
But
I'm gonna sip my tea on that.
You gave them their props.
Yeah, they play good. They play good.
Gave them their props when all season long I've been saying what I've been saying, and you the main one I'm combating with. Every time when I say something, you always giving me that. And you see what happens. Right?
I mean,
you see what happens.
I don't know. Let's ask the chat this. Okay, chat. I got two questions, and I want you guys to answer.
Be honest.
Is the Sacramento Kings legit? And then my second question is the Phoenix Suns the super team.
Hit that like button,
question
y'all.
in the chat. Make sure I hit that like button. Make sure y'all share. Answer that in the chat for us. We gonna get the comments in on that. But yeah. So back on the Suns with the super team thing. Okay. I just disagree with it.
I don't believe they're a super team neither.
No,
I think they're a legitimate team, and Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. So no matter how you look at Kevin Durant, he is still Kevin Durant.
Hey, did you see the overreaction in the cap when they beat the Hornets? They was capping like, I told you guys, it's ugly for us. It's ugly.
You sound I
feel like we was cooked, but I'm like, come on, bro. Against the Hornets,
it was the Charlotte Hornets, and Kevin. I don't even think KD. I don't think he broke a sweat.
Nah, he didn't.
I don't even think he broke a sweat that game. It was a good game for him to come back in his debut.
Perfect game, yep.
Because there was no pressure really. You know, no disrespect to Charlotte, but they're not competing for a title right now. So they're in the bottom of the barrel. But it was a good game for him to come out, and in his debut as a Phoenix Sun. What I don't like about what the journalist has done with the situation with Kevin Durant being in Phoenix now. As soon as he get there, they start asking him about his future as if he don't have 3 more years left on his contract.
Right, he gonna ask
And
for a trade.
and KD, he fell for the bait and
Mhm.
answered that, and I didn't like that. I think that was real unprofessional for them to ask them about his future as if
Yep.
he's on his last year or player option going into next year. But I think it was overall. I don't think they're a super team at all. Chris Paul is like you said is a shell of
Oh,
himself. 1 minute last year he was down on weight, and you could tell the
mhm.
difference in his game. And then his injury earlier this year, I think he sat back and just didn't do anything. And you
Yeah.
could tell the weight that he put back on by just sitting down doing nothing.
Yep.
And Chris Paul is going to give you the Chris Paul of injured Chris Paul, which is 1 game out of every 4 games you're going to get a little spurt,
Right.
and it's nothing going to be consistent, not unless it comes to assists. But if you're looking for him to hit that elbow little fadeaway jump shot that he usually gets
Mhm.
everybody on, you can't count on that now.
No, you can't.
You can't count on that
But
no more.
I think the Durant being added to the Suns will actually help Chris Paul. So one, when he get hurt, because he gonna get hurt in the playoffs. Knock on wood, I hope he don't. But
No, I
now it's
hope we
like
don't need that. We don't wish
now
injury
we
on
just
nobody.
all we need Chris Paul to do is get the balls to Devin Booker and Kevin Durant.
But
And
he
then
will
maybe
have pressure to score though.
I mean I think all you need from Chris Paul is 15 points. And
No,
that's
I mean,
sweet.
but 15 points, you
No,
damn
that's
near in the
sweet.
Hall of Fame now. I mean, that's
Yeah.
without Chris
Unfortunately.
Paul being in the Hall of Fame. We know he's going to the Hall of Fame, but you give Page 15 points a game, he
Yeah.
damn near on the third or fourth ballot to being in the Hall of Fame nowadays.
But now I'm saying, but how Chris Paul was set up, he had to put up like 20 and
20,
10.
21,
Now all I
22.
need is from 15 and 10 from you.
Yeah, but
That's
he
it.
can get away with 12 and
12,
12 and
yeah. Honestly,
14.
honestly, if
Aiden's
Aiden
going to be the
ball,
difference. Aiden's going to be the
Aiden
difference.
has to be
If
the
as
defensive
long as
anchor.
they don't have that issue with the coach and him having an issue
Mhm.
there, I think it'll be okay. I don't think that Phoenix is going to win no
Yeah.
championship this year. I believe it takes a little bit longer. You can't put that much pressure on KD coming off an injury after the All-Star weekend in
Mhm.
23 games, 23 to 27 games,
Mhm.
asking them to put it all together and become the number one contenders for a final. So I don't think that's
Now,
legit.
Steph, like me and you both appreciate good basketball when we
Yes, we
see
do.
it. But the problem is that unless like you're a real basketball fanatic, and then if you ain't see it live, you don't do your research.
Hmm.
So we got players like Dominique Wilkins and even Scottie Pippen too, who get disrespected and who
I
deserve more
disrespect
respect.
Scotty sometimes too, but I
But
think maybe there's a lot of my
he was
disrespect for Scotty is because of the things that he
they hate
say,
that
and then
because it's
he
a
contradicts
narrative.
himself.
Yeah, but it's a narrative though because people hate number two guys, but Scotty is the greatest number two. He's 6-0 in the finals from the standard. I just feel like from the standards where I hear debates, Scottie Pippen should at least be top 25.
You say greatest number two?
He's the greatest number two.
So you're not considering Magic and Kareem?
I mean,
You said I
Magic.
mean. You said I mean. But
No,
when
no,
you
no,
say
no, no.
greatest number two, there is no I means in that.
The reason why I have a problem with the Magic giving him a number two
Okay.
because I heard some people who disrespect Kareem just say Magic was the number one all the time. Then I hear some people who disrespect Magic, or not to say disrespect Magic, but obviously it's Kareem was the number one. Kareem, so they actually shared it. So it's
Right.
hard.
So
It's
it's either way
hard.
around. It's still 1-2, right? Correct me if
No,
I'm wrong.
nah. But Scotty was a number two all the time. It's hard to give Magic
B,
because
come
now
on, B. Come on, B. Come on, B.
you debate
Come
because
on,
now
B. You're
listen
not doing
listen.
that. You're
Now
not going to do that.
listen. Let me talk to you because now when it comes to like when you only talking the number two role, right? I feel like Magic was the number two for what with his rookie year to maybe like 80 what how far you want to go like 80 what 7
85, 85,
85
86.
85
Okay.
and he what how many rings he got from that point
Like two.
being the
I
number
think
two
two or
right
three. Yeah,
two
two.
right okay two. Then the other half, he was the number one guy. And you could question which one was he better as the one or the two. With Scotty, he got 6 rings, 2 3-peats, and he was clearly the number two guy. He played his role to a perfect perspective. He was one of the best two-way players in the league.
Until he
And
was
he
called to
ran
be
off
number
of
one.
And he didn't do the job great as a number one. There's no question that Scotty is a number one. Is nowhere near close better as a number two. So that's why I do that. And I also see my boy Dijon said Kobe is the greatest number two, and I disagree from that point too, because
Kobe is switching 1 and 2 too.
To 1 and 2. The same problem I have
with
Kobe.
Right, so I understand it. Okay, I now I understand that. Now I understand where you're coming from.
Now,
okay, so I will say Scottie Pippen. As I'm trying to go through my mental Rolodex,
I don't think nobody's better.
I don't think there has been a better number two.
Especially he was, likes we talk about.
Right. Because we can't, you're right. I believe so.
Yeah.
Because I think about all of the 1-2 punches, and a lot of them didn't stay together, number one, or that role was diminished when someone else came along.
And shout out my boy Youngo. He said Kobe was a 1B. And that's true. And that's 100% true because I feel like that after the year they won their third championship Kobe was better than Shaq.
Because if you think about it, if we talk of Boston Celtics, you're going to say Larry Bird was 1, but they had 5 Hall of Famers.
Facts.
So we can't say who actually was the number 2 all time over there.
Mm-hmm. And then the same thing with the Lakers too, though. We got Worthy, Byron Scott.
Right. Yeah, but
Cooper.
But more so it was Magic and Kareem. Okay?
Yeah, agree.
But 100%. We know Worthy at one point was like the number 2.
Yep.
At one point. So we can't really, digest that in that manner. So you think about all the champions in that time, which was very few because it was only Detroit, Chicago, Lakers, and Boston for for 2 decades of championships. That was the only ones that was winning championships.
Shout out to the Morning Brew Sports. Salute.
Yeah, shout out to Morning Brew Sports, bro.
Morning Brew Sports.
Baseball season around the corner. Okay. So
how you feel about the Yankees? You know how I'm feeling. Hold on, wait. Let me show my. You see my Yankees show?
You can't see it. You sitting right where you supposed to be.
Yeah.
No, you got
my Yankees logo in the background,
baby. You got to duck just to see it.
don't ask me how I'm feeling.
You need to slide that joint under your chair.
Shout out my boy Bees. He said he capping. So this is one of my boy. This OG legend Bees. I'm gonna say OG because he OG legend. But hey, Bees, I'm thinking about starting an episode during Tuesdays called Legacy. We gonna actually show what the players did to become the greatest they did in Legacy. And you one of the best Kareem savants that I know. So when I have a Kareem I do Jabbar episode, I need you on 100%.
For sure.
And Bees, keep it clean because Bees be going crazy. I'm thinking about everybody showing through tonight. If y'all want me to do an open panel after the show, I'll do an open panel. We could go crazy like the old days. But let me know. If y'all want open panel.
That'd be good for one of your shows, though.
Open panel, yeah. I'm thinking about starting.
That's what I want to do with us too. I want to do that with us as well.
Oh yeah. We can do open panel.
We can just have everybody.
You gotta hit Bees, my boy. Bees go crazy. Bees be going
on a Friday night mainly because it's the last. Get that red cup. Everybody had a cup. Have our sip and talk trash. You know what I mean?
I'm sipping on Friday tea right now, though, but it just
I'm sipping on some other stuff.
Oh yeah, look, you off that Kevin Hart. I think they actually put the Kevin Hart thing out here. So I'm about to try because you ain't never gonna send me the bottle with a Kevin Hart.
I will send you the bottle, bro. I got you. I'll
send the address tonight.
Yeah, do that.
Do that.
I got you.
He be step me lying to me. He be lying to me.
Look, I got you a gear and everything over here, right here.
It's sitting in all in the gear in the same bag. But my whole point was that I wanted to bring up though, like Scotty is a disrespected legend and forgotten legend because they don't really give Scotty the much respect he deserved. Same thing with Dominique Wilkins. Perfect example. Dominique Wilkins was one of the best scorers of his era from the 80s to the 90s.
Early 90s.
Early 90s. Best scorer, right?
Yeah,
that man tore his leg up and came back and still was balling.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about Neek. And Neek didn't even make the top 50 list. And they put a rookie like 2-3
Shaq had something to say about that as well.
Shaq knew he didn't. They didn't get it wrong. Let's say that, right? But it was too early to put Shaq over Neek. And I feel like my whole point, my premises come back to the point of the topic is I feel like Dame Lillard will be in that same predicament. I think Dame Lillard gonna get forgotten about, bro. And I said this recently. I took Larry Bird out of my top 5 shooters, bro. I was fighting it. I haven't seen nobody.
I was listening.
I think Dame deserves to be a top 5 shooter. I can't put Bird over him, bro. I
That
haven't
was
seen no guy shoot like
very
this.
interesting. I was
I
sitting
haven't
back as I'm
seen nobody.
listening to the arguments that was going on, and I'm sitting there like, wow,
Yeah,
Larry Bird, not a top 5 pure shooter.
not over Dame Dollar. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but percentage wise, I'm going with Bird all day.
No, see, look, but this is our point. That's how I
But
brought up. That's like if you didn't see Dame play, you're not going to appreciate it. You go look
right,
at the
but if you
highlights.
didn't see
I
Larry
haven't
Bird
seen.
play,
I
you
see
didn't
Bird
see
play. I did my research. Like I said, I didn't see the impact, and obviously they want to shoot threes. Bird came in the lead. They added the 3-point late and all that. But that's fine because I feel like Bird would probably be going crazy shooting wise, but we got to go for what we got. And to be fair, bro, Dame shooting.
It's not
It'd
fair
be
though,
different if he just gunning.
no,
Bro, he shoot
listen,
contested.
you sound like
40 footers, bro.
You sound like a young fan. That's what you sound like right now. See, this is when the old heads start saying you young boys don't know this, and I'm not gonna do that to you. But I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna let you know that right now you sound like a young fan, like the kids that didn't see Mike really play that will say LeBron is the GOAT, and the people that watch Mike play and still see LeBron but still say Mike is the GOAT, and which in all actuality, if stats matter, because everybody talks about stats, LBJ will be considered the GOAT.
Technically, Will Chamberlain be considered the GOAT.
I mean,
Technically,
yeah.
Will.
No, not actually.
Because now, if we go by your logic, because when I used to work at the post
no.
office, no, wait, let me say this. When I used to work at the post office, it was an OG who watched everybody play. And he literally told me, he said, from when I'd seen with my eyes, and I watched from Wilt. He didn't. I believe he seen Bill play like as short as he seen Bill, Wilt, Kareem, Mike, LeBron, all of them play. Imagine what I know, because the reason why I got my Zach LaVine jersey because OG bought me OG at the post office because we used to chop it about sports all day. We used to argue. He said Wilt Chamberlain is the greatest player he ever seen. He said everything players doing today, Wilt was already doing at this time. He said Wilt used to shoot post fade, 3-point range corner shots.
He's shooting hooks from the 3-point line.
Yeah, he said Wilt Chamberlain is the greatest player.
Some highlights of that, and I didn't see Wilt play, but
I didn't.
Bill Russell got 11 championships, and nobody mentions Bill Russell.
No,
and I'm not gonna sit here and say Robert Horry is the best, one of the best of all time, but Robert Horry got 7 championships.
Yeah,
and he's not even mentioned as a Hall of Famer. Not just a regular Hall of Famer. I'm not saying no first ballot, anything like that, but a Hall of Famer, and had made those big shots for those moments in all of those championships. Right. So when we start talking about the best shooter, we talking about somebody that will talk to you and tell you what they're going to do before they do it. That was Larry Bird. Larry Bird used to talk trash on the court. Tell you, listen, I'm gonna get to the post. I'm gonna turn here. I'm gonna fake you left, fake you right, and I'm gonna hit this jump shot right here. Before you get the ball, I'm going to that corner and I'm gonna hit this jump shot right here.
But that's more of him as a scorer than a shooter.
But it's still a shooter. We're not talking about layups. We talking about shots. We talking about creating shots. We talking about post up. We talking about all of that. Now the difference nowadays, because you start talking about the young cats, you know what I mean? They're gonna say Steph Curry. Dame being talked about because now Dame is just doing this 44s and 45s with effortless
footers.
You know what I'm saying? But LeBron ain't a great jump shooter, but LeBron shoot a half court shot in regular form. No push, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you putting Dame and pushing Bird out. If we did percentage wise, I don't think that would be.
I mean, but see, look, this is
so
what
who's your 5 now? If you're going, no, let's not get off topic. Let's not get off topic because
we go play the game. No, we can answer the 5, but this is my question then. So, where you got Steve Kerr as a shooter?
When you come to, I don't think Steve Kerr took enough shots to be put in that.
But he got one of the highest percentages and the most.
Right, but he didn't take enough shots, man. It's the difference. If you take 50 shots and make 25 of them, and I take 2,000 and make.
I'm glad you said that. See, look, you're playing in my hands. See, you're playing. I got spades over here. You're playing in it. Dave took a lot of attempps. That's telling me that you're a better shooter. Steph Curry took a lot of attempts because it's easy to have they took way more attempts than Larry Bird. Already probably like double the attempts. Understand it. So you're playing in my hand.
Okay.
I'm playing spades over here.
Okay. I got you. Because I'm not gonna backtrack of what I said because I was gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to backtrack
Mhm.
for creative content reasons. But yes, all right. If you want to say that, yeah, because we have to look up the stats of shots taken right now between Bird and Dame Lillard, in which we know that it's going to be a Dame Lillard thing because Dame Lillard at this time don't have the help and he had to put up those shots.
Correct.
Bird had the help, put up the shots, but didn't. Nobody was averaging 20-something shots besides Mike, maybe. And I don't even think Mike was averaging 20 shots a game.
It wasn't no threes though, for sure.
Right, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So yes, I understand what you're saying, and yes, I will put Dame Lillard in there now. You're correct.
Yeah,
I agree
think
with
my
you.
5 will be.
There's very few times that I agree with you, but I agree with you on this one.
I appreciate you on that. My 5 would be.
That was legitness.
That was legit. That's how I wait. My phone beep. I hate my phone beeping. Okay,
mine just did the same thing.
Yeah.
That was legitness. Yeah.
So yes, I congratulate you. Nice. I agree with you.
It was nice. Nice. But my 5 would be Steph, Clay, and honestly, I think Clay is a better pure shooter when it comes to Steph. But Steph's shot creation with his shooting makes.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that because
Clay is a better pure shooter.
Clay is if you get Clay spot up shots, he's going to kill you.
He'll kill Steph.
If he got to dribble, he got to create his own shot. His percentage goes down quite a bit. He's not the Steph with the ball, and he got the ball in his hands. He got to create the shots.
Ray, obviously Ray.
Definitely. And then you gonna put Reggie in there?
No.
I was about to say because if you're gonna do that, you gotta do the same thing with Clay. Clay and Reggie is basically in the same position.
Clay a better shooter than Reggie. That's why Clay took Reggie's spot.
And Clay can put the ball on the ground a little bit too.
Kevin Durant.
KD, yes.
Dame Lillard. Yep. And then my next person will be probably after that is the
Larry
Bird, Reggie, Cal Korver, Pedro Stojakovic, and
you forgot about the kid from the Nets.
That's all I'm thinking about him.
Pager.
Yeah, the other Pager. Yep, that's.
I'm about to say you can't. You ain't gonna leave Pager out of there.
Or Steve Kerr because of percentages.
I'm sorry. I will have to put Pager out of there because I'm gonna go with my roof, Mark Jackson.
Oh, I'm cool with that too. Like I said, Pager a little early, but Pager one of those out.
I would have to wiggle one of those out. I would have to put Pager Stojakovic out and put him at 11.
The next 3 will have to be Bird, Reggie, and Cal Korver. The reason why everybody hates that I say Cal Korver, but I literally see that he was shooting so great that the Atlanta Hawks team literally built a team around him, and they won 60-plus games.
And they only told him to stand in the corner.
Yep, and he was knocking it down. No, he was running off. They played like the Indiana Pacers of the night.
I'm talking about his 3-point percentage was more of standing in the corner.
Oh yeah, going in for sure.
But he was coming off down screens and high picks and short screens and stuff and flares. He was coming off of that in Atlanta. Yes, I agree with that.
Shout out my boy Sturdy. Look, he was on your head. He said Bird averaged a career 19 field goals per game.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's not exactly.
That's what I said. It wasn't 20 and up. That's what I'm saying.
That's one shot off, though.
But what I'm saying is, when you get to 20, that means that you're averaging at least 20 to 23 shots a game.
Yeah. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's not the same as averaging 19 to 15. 19 to 15 is just like wiggle room in there.
Wiggle room. Okay. You know
what I'm saying? But when you say you averaging 20, that means you're putting up over 20 shots.
Now, I know we got to talk about shooting because I think that's going to help Dame stay relevant a little bit, but I think Dame's going to fall.
His legacy is going to fall right where he's
If he stay in Portland, he's going to be a forgotten.
And not unless they do something like if Dame just like, you know what, let me just try one time towards like maybe his last 2 years, he feels though he's done, with basketball or whatever the case may be, but I think he's a basketball junkie. So he's going to play until, if God forbid, any injuries really come about with him, but he's going to be one of those guys that will keep playing. Him and KD, and from what KD was saying, Book is a basketball junkie too. So they will play until the wheels fall off.
Will fall off for sure.
You know okay.
All right, now we got to get into some football. So NFL Combine is here, and then I've seen a video of a major
429
media said Lamar Jackson Commanders. Was he serious or was he joking? And then also, we're going to play a game where obviously I thought Kate was going to be here, but me and you going to take a team. I'm going to take the Bears because I'm from Chicago.
I'm taking Bears.
No, I got to take the Bears.
I'm taking Bears.
That's crazy. You ain't going to try to take the Bears.
Because you ain't no Chicago. Remember, you don't like, you're a Chargers guy.
I am a Chargers guy.
So
but I'm
go
from
with somebody
Chicago.
else. Don't try to
That's
take the home team now. Mr. 30, Mr. 30, Mr. 30 for
Okay, I'll
30.
take another team.
There you go.
I'm gonna take another team. But we'll be right back here on Real Takes over
Fake the beats.
And my screen froze. And
Oh,
my
we still
screen
up though.
froze.
You good?
And my screen froze. Oh,
Well, why his screen is freezing, y'all? We appreciate y'all
Ah!
locking in with us. We appreciate y'all locking in with us. You and the Real Takes with Fake Debates with our boy SB, the host, and I'm the co-host today. I'm privileged to be here. Your boy's Next Step from In the Basement podcast. Please come join the channel.
Yeah,
You know
my
what I'm saying?
screen
Subscribe. Oh, my boy back. I was holding it
my-
down for us for a second.
I appreciate you. My screen froze for a
No
second.
doubt.
Where is it at? I tried to share this masterpiece of a beast at Georgia, Nolan Smith, 40 time. And they just said he was such a beast. What SB, we're gonna freeze you out of the live stream. So Nolan Smith, edge guy of Georgia, ran a 40, right?
Yes. Ridiculous. They gonna what you call them, checking right after the combine.
Oh, I know that. I know they drug test. I know
they gonna get him the drug test immediately. As soon as he stopped running and got his breath, they was like, let's go to the back.
And then what was crazy, he said he didn't even run hard. And then I was like, why would you say that? And then I re-looked at it. He really wasn't running as hard. You know when somebody run hard, it looked like he was doing like a slight jog with this run. But let's look at this real quick. Nolan Smith running a 4.
Yep, 1.52. He is rolling 4.44.
He ran a 4.4, but it was a 4.3. And then I looked it up. Let me take this off the screen, right? I looked it up to like see what any other guy was like faster than him. Only guy was faster than him was
cornerback from Michigan or something like that.
No, I'm talking D lineman only. D
line. Oh,
yeah, D line only. Only guy was D line and Ode Owe. In 2021, he went a 4.36. That's it. That's the only guy was faster than him.
You know, I hate the combine though.
Why you say that?
I hate it because you watch them play football all year long, just to dissect whether you want to draft them when you come to a combine, where there's nobody playing in front of them. You know what I mean? Skill position players, they're playing. I understand like receivers, you want to see their hands, okay?
Yep.
You might want to see. You're not going to get the cornerbacks going against the receivers. So all you're going to do get out of that is cornerbacks doing these drills with their waist, you know, being able to turn and get out, cutbacks and stuff like that. So if you've seen them do this in live action, how bad can they actually be with nobody in front of them?
I think the combine only benefit players who had low draft stock, and who's like an athletic freak. That's
what I'm getting at. So why would, if I'm already projected to be in the first round, second round, why would I even come? And then you get mad at these players that saying they're not doing. They're just going to do their draft day at the school.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like a contradiction to what they've done on the field against opposing players.
Yep.
So I'm not a fan of it, but I'm a fan of it for those kids that didn't get the exposure or who's on that fourth round on back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, for anybody before the fourth one, 1 through 3, it's like now you're just checking to see, do you want to take him over him? But if you already got your draft ladder already pinned out for it and scratching all people you should already know who you're picking up.
Yep, you should already know where you hit it right ahead. You should already know where you're picking up. But now a guy like Nolan Smith, I believe he was projected to go like late first round or early second. He's probably guaranteed himself out there with that combine as a number 1 pick, a first round pick for sure.
But then last year they had a kid, I forgot his name, that was doing the combine. Didn't really need to. He was going to be a first round pick. and he tore his ACL in the
championship
combine.
game.
No, in the combine.
He tore his ACL in the
In the
combine.
combine. At the combine doing the drill, and everybody that was there in front of him, the coaches and the scouts and the trainers and all that stuff, he heard it pop. He fell on the ground, started grabbing immediately. They turned their back and started going watching somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I remember that clip. I think we talked about that on the basement. I think we did. We played the clip and everything.
Yeah. So but it just comes to show like some of these kids, if you already projected there,
ain't no point for you to do it.
Yeah, like I mean, if I'm not going to be picked 6th, I might get picked 10th. Okay, the money's a little different because it's the NFL. And that value, but at the same token, why should I even put that stress on just to? As long as I know I'm being drafted, bro, I'm solid. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I just don't particularly not a fan of it, and it sucks a little bit for that. For those things to happen because they taking that risk of injury at the same token. Super Ties World, he says this the underwear Olympics.
Hey, right. It is the underwear Olympics.
You know what I'm saying? Sturdy said open panel, yes indeed. Yeah, man.
I'll do an open panel as everybody want. I'm gonna do one after the show.
Yeah, we'll do one here, then we'll do one in the basement. So, you know, we'd love to have y'all come over and enjoy the show as well. You know what I'm saying? It's not exactly 20, but you know, Sturdy says not. He said, but that's what I was saying. Sturdy, averaging 20 shots is 20 shots and above. That's not just 20.
See, look, you try to play that role.
19 shots is different. 19 is 19 between 15 and 19.
But okay, on to the next point. We got to go to the NFL mock draft. So look, me and my brother here, Step, is going to take a team within a top 5 pick. Can you see it clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So we got to take a team within the top 5 picks, and you got to tell us what would you do. And you gonna try to steal the Bears. I wanted the Bears the whole time. I was preparing the Bears come from the city.
Look, when you sent me the text message, I started doing research. You know, I don't do research. I just usually go off the top and let K do the research.
So you want the Bears, which is fine.
Yes,
that's perfectly fine. So
yes, it is.
You can take the Bears.
I'm the guest. I'm the guest.
So you get a guess. Okay, so now, Step, you're running the Bears. You are the front office of the Bears right now.
Yes, I am.
So
shout out to my brother Daryl.
Shout out Step right here, Step. So, all right, what do you do this offseason to improve the Bears? Let me hear it.
Off season, we know no wide receivers being picked number 1 overall, right?
Correct.
I'm trading that pick.
What are you trading to?
And I'm trading it in between that 1st and 5, 1 through 5.
Okay.
I want to know who Houston, Cardinals, Colts, and Seahawks had an eye on. Okay. And if they had the opportunity to get number 1, would they change their pick? Because I'm going to get value, and I'm still going to be able to get a receiver and players from one of those. Mainly Cardinals because Hopkins is on the trade block.
Yep.
And if I'm Chicago, I'm not talking to no Bryce Young. I'm keeping my quarterback, Fields, who I was a fan of this year. And everybody looking at me funny, including you.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
100%. And I'm not talking about playing with the Bryce, the quarterback position.
The little guy.
I'm the little guy. Not at all. I'm sticking to what I got at quarterback. He's showing potential. And I'm going to trade that first pick in between 1 and 5 if I can.
Okay.
I'm getting a receiver. Mainly, I'm looking at Cardinals saying, yo, what's up with B-Hop? And I'm going to get some other linemen.
Okay.
Your defense is pretty decent. It's just that
technically your defense, because you run the Bears right now, it's your defense.
Yeah. My defense is pretty solid. It's just that we couldn't protect Justin or when he had nobody to throw to right now. You can't go wrong with an offensive lineman and a receiver. So that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. See, with me, you know, I'm running the Bears, but I'm not running the Bears.
You're not running the Bears, though.
So I'm not running the Bears. But
No,
you
you're not.
know, shout
You're a
out,
Chargers fan.
shout out, the love doctor, Dr. Cal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running. I knew you was gonna try to take the Bears from me to be.
So
petty.
you're gonna go with the Colts?
I'm gonna run the Colts.
Oh, shout out to Kyle, Dr. Kyle.
Shout out to Cal. Subscribe to
Your
the
boy
Black
is taking the
Psychologist
Colts.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Black
so I'm
Psychologist
running the
podcast.
Colts. So now, obviously,
oh man, you got to clip this and send it to him.
Oh yeah, I got to clip it and send it to him. But so I'm gonna take the Colts. So as I looked at my team, we great offense. We got running backs. We got a decent receiving core. Defense is solid. We really have our only problem with quarterback, and we have had so many old guys it didn't work. So as you see in this picture, they say take Will Levis at 4. I wasn't mad at it. I'm a CJ Stroud or Will Levis guy. I think Bryce Young is too small. I think he's gonna get hurt a lot, like a Kyler Murray type of guy. That's why I didn't want to take the Cardinals. So if I was the Colts, I'm either taking a young guy or I'm putting my head all in and going into Aaron Rodgers. That's it. I'm trying to remember off the top of the head what the money situation there for those guys, but I believe they got enough money to at least hold Aaron Rodgers type of contract. So if not, I'll probably take Will Levis from Kentucky. We got to get another young guy in because we played the role with these older quarterbacks. Didn't work.
So you're staying where you're at.
I'm staying where I'm at. Or if I call Chicago for the number 1 pick.
Okay, let's talk. Talk to me. Talk to me then.
But my point is this: if I don't want, because I'm not hyped on Bryce Young. He's too small. Okay. So it's like I know the Texans want Bryce Young.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
I'll play that
right now.
I'll play that role with you. Just be like, yeah, you know, I'm talking to the Bears about this pick just to see what the Texans do. But I'm really just playing poker. So I'm really want to stay pat at 4, and I'm gonna get my quarterback at 4 because Cardinals don't need a quarterback, Bears don't need a quarterback. Texas, so I'm either gonna get CJ Stroud or Will Levis regardless at 4. So it's no point. I'm only playing possible just to get the Texans to let go of some assets. So if I was the Colts, I'm staying pat and I'm going to take Will Levis with the number 4 overall pick.
Okay. Well, that sounds good to me. I mean, I'm not mad at you for that, but if you was trying to talk to me, I would like to hear what you would try to say to me if you wanted to get that number 1 pick.
Because I think like what would you want? You probably want Shaq. I'm not giving up Shaq. You probably want some of my offensive linemen. I'm not giving up my linemen because I can't put a young quarterback in that position with not being protected, just like how your team is. And then I like what helped the Colts either be like somewhat fathomable was they still had the players on defense. So I'm like, nah. And I know that if I call you, say the number 1 pick, the first, and you're going to ask for somebody on the defense, you're going to text somebody off my D-line and you're going to ask for Shaq. So no, we're not doing that. So I can stay pat and just take my quarterback. And instantly I can stay pat and just take my quarterback.
All right. So if I'm making this deal with Cardinals and I'm getting my receiver in that offensive lineman and some future 3rd and 4th round picks.
Oh yeah, with the Cardinals for sure.
So Cardinals move up.
But
are they taking Jalen Carter now?
Maybe, but I don't know because Jalen Carter, don't he got that case going on, right? Or was it?
He has the case going on.
I think he messed himself up with that with the case.
But they saying it's a misdemeanor right now.
Yeah, they gonna come on, man. He part of NFL now. You know, once you get that NFL on you, you're good. You know.
All right, so if they don't take Jalen Carter, who they taking? This is the Cardinals now. We talking Cardinals because we gotta stay within our first 4 in this first 4.
Will Anderson.
So they're gonna take Will Anderson.
Yep, it's one of the two. If you take a defense, you're only taking one of those 2 guys.
So Will Anderson goes 1. Bryce Young stays with Houston. Hey, Nisi.
What's up, Mama? Dada, almost done. You gotta give me a second, please. Go with mommy. Give me the pen. Get out. Close the door, please. Close the door, Mama. Love you. Thank you.
Gotta love live takes.
Yeah, man. Look, man. Daddy, do this. Don't close your hand, Mama. That's my youngest baby.
So Will Anderson goes number 1. Bryce Young stays at the number 2 spot. And then we getting that number 3 spot.
Okay. Yep. And then one last thing I have to show. Let me see if I can find it on Twitter. If not, I might have to load up the TikTok. Shout out TikTok.
Yeah, make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe button. Please share.
Make sure you like and share.
Debates.
Yeah, we're going to do the live panel. I could do a live panel for like an hour. So let me see. It was Adam. Okay. Can you hear that?
What?
No? Okay. Adam Scheffner. Okay. No, I'm on TikTok. First of all, pause this. Jeez. Okay. Okay, give me a second. I'm loading up now. Hold on. Because
I'm starting to think we get into the Lamar Jackson.
I'm loading it right now.
All right, so next up is the Lamar Jackson.
Yep, share screen. I had to put it was playing in my ear. It was like the TikTok thing. So obviously, this was a prank pulled by Adam Scheffner, NFL reporter, on these guys during their podcast. And he was trying to break news that this was like a week ago, I believe, or a couple of days ago, that Lamar Jackson was going to the Commanders. Now, this was a prank, but I believe that it might be fuel to the flame. I don't know if you've seen this. Again, go to clip
I see it. I'm good.
Particular case last year.
I can hear it.
Phone's buzzing. Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
What is it?
Hold on a second.
No, he's going to
announce Lamar Jackson to the Commanders.
He's pranking us. Let me see it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Now
this is from Dan Snyder
no
saying,
no one's allowed to tweet, right? No one's allowed to tweet.
Yeah, Dan Snyder just said,
hey,
thank you so much for sending us that first draft.
There's no way.
It's good to go.
Hold on.
There's no fucking way this is real. You're setting me up.
We're not going to run this. No one's allowed to tweet.
What
does it say?
Yeah,
What does it say?
this is a setup.
This will be awesome.
This is a setup. I'm being set up.
I said just a
Hank, are you in on this?
No. It's something about Lamar Jackson. We don't say who sent it.
Well, I'm not going to say who sent it, but if this is true, I'm a psychic.
Just a heads up.
Just a little heads up. This deal with Washington Lamar has started to pick up. With what they're offering, it's now looking like it'll get agreed to tonight. Someone here will keep you posted when it's about to be finalized. Want you to be ready. Talk soon.
Oh, man.
This is not real. This is not real.
Look at his face is shocked.
We set you up with Colin Kaepernick when you first came on our show. We tried to trick you. This is a lie.
Hold on.
You fucked me on Carson Wentz last year, and you.
I got you on top.
This is real heated.
You gave me Carson Wentz. I contracted Carson Wentz from you.
Hold on.
Is that real?
I didn't get to.
Because this exact scenario is
coming down.
My fan fiction that I wrote.
Damn.
Did I tell you about Carson Wentz last year?
Yes.
You did, and you're a piece of shit for it. You ruined my year.
And? You want to read that? I mean, you read that.
Adam, do you swear to God?
I swear to you. Look.
Oh, you didn't swear to God.
What does swear to God mean?
Yeah. You're not going to swear to God.
Swear to God.
You're not swearing to God.
He got them good.
Second text. Hold on.
Yo,
not sure I've seen anything like this.
Feel like they they're so into it. Like,
yeah, but that's how he is in the media. Now we want to be the first platform. Because I ain't gonna lie, if I had Adam Scheffner on here for the break Lamar Jackson going to the Commanders,
I'd be geeking too.
I've been geeking too. But yeah, that was definitely a prank. But like I said, it's also always, if it's fire, it's fuel, it gotta always be the flame. And I think Lamar Jackson to the Commanders is not that far-fetched because they're not nowhere near close to contract negotiation at all. Lamar Jackson won a certain amount of guaranteed money. Everybody think he's chasing Deshaun Watson. He's not really necessarily chasing Deshaun Watson, but I don't blame him though.
I got an MVP.
Yep.
I won playoff games.
I did more than Deshaun Watson, and I actually didn't get in trouble.
They said he's asking for $240 guaranteed.
You
That's
can't replace
$10 million more than Deshaun.
You can't replace that. Look, now I feel like the Cardinals are regretting signing Kyler Murray. Maybe we're gonna find out after this season, but Lamar Jackson, not Kyler Murray.
Hey, listen, I don't see where there's any kind of debate in which these things are coming along. Like, it's bad to see when you show your worth and they still think that you don't deserve
it. Yep.
And then you have those who didn't really do anything to deserve it, and they get it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never gonna be mad at someone trying to get their worth.
I ain't either. Bro.
As a
I'm gonna get
fan,
my worth too on me.
right,
I'm
right.
gonna get my worth.
And I want you to. I don't care if it's $1 more than me. I might be upset, like, why is he getting paid more than me? But I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at them for giving it to you and they didn't feel as though I deserved it.
Right, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
With that being said, with Lamar asking for 240, he should get it.
Yeah,
I mean, he's proven. It's nothing that the only thing he hasn't done is won a Super Bowl.
That's
you know
it.
What I'm saying?
Baltimore ain't been as better as they did with
he leaves Baltimore and you got what you got.
And they ain't got that lockdown defense like they had because Joe Flacco. They were just, Joe Flacco. I'm like, bro, anybody could have. All you had to do was manage the game.
Where's Tiff at when you need to see it?
Tiff, shout out to Tiff.
Shout out to Tiff.
Shout out to Tiff.
The show, segue. The show on Sunday we trying to have Tiff as like the immediate median analyst on the show. So
Tiff
Sunday
be going crazy. Shout out.
Yeah,
Tiff.
so we're gonna have her on the show for the first time.
But
have her on there like how.
But I think
Molly and them is.
Molly, yeah. But I think Westfield is fine. I think Commanders is definitely on that list. I think
Jets. And Eric Bieniemy, he would need a quarterback like that to
because he's a runner. He's a runner. As much as they want to say like, oh yeah, the offense run through Erie. I mean, but it's like Bieniemy is a running guy. So I think having a quarterback like that, which I think Lamar Jackson should be throwing the ball more now.
You only have Taylor Heineke and Sam Howell right there at the quarterback because they did just release Carson Wentz.
Yep.
Your running backs are Antonio Gibson, Brian Robinson, and Jonathan Williams, which is a great running
core. You got Scary Terry.
Mm-hmm. And you got Samuel and Dax Mill.
You got Dawson too. Dawson too at the receiver. Yeah, so they're in a great position. If I'm the Commanders, I believe I know they got a top pick, obviously, because it's the Commanders. I give it that first, and I probably give it like a first and a second, or I give it like a first and a second of next year, and go get Lamar.
Yeah,
I mean, that should be enough for him. I mean, they want two first?
Your defense is solid. Like you're gonna get your what you call him back this year.
Still got Chase Young too.
You're gonna get Chase Young back this year. And your defense was playing solid. It's just that y'all quarterback position was just like up and down, except when Heineke got in there and he got hurt.
Now look, I ain't gonna lie, the NFC least look like the NFC beast this year, but I feel like we're gonna turn to reality. The only team that might still be like nice and legit. I don't even know. I don't know. I was gonna say the Cowboys.
Got a lot of free agents.
Yeah, I was gonna say the.
What I say all season long about our team? As long as we got who?
Who? Not Dak Prescott.
As long as we got Dak, we honestly, right where we at.
I don't know if y'all have the money, but
they said they're gonna
trade Dak for Lamar if I was y'all.
They said they're gonna tag Pollard if no long-term deals is
yeah, you don't have to. You're gonna have to.
But he coming off injury too. That's gonna be odd for Jerry to do something like that. Especially
you don't have to because unless you're gonna draft another running back, because I ain't gonna lie, Cowboys make a lot of running backs look good.
Yeah.
If you're a Cowboys running back, you're gonna look way good. But all right, Steph, we get close to the end of the show. So
yes, sir.
We gonna play real takes over fake debates. And if it's a real take, when I ask you the question, you're gonna hit me with this.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Fake debate. Yeah. All right. Question number one, because I brought real Cowboys, I got to do it. The NFC East had 3 playoff teams this year. I believe next year they will only have 1 playoff team. Real take or fake debate?
Fake debate.
All right. Why fake debate?
Because I believe the same teams that made it this year is going to be even stronger next year.
What team you talking about? What 2 teams? You don't gotta give me 3. Give me 2 teams.
The Eagles and Giants.
You don't got your Cowboys making the playoffs?
I just believe there's gonna be so much disgruntledness with the Dak situation, and we got to get a new offensive coordinator. You talking McCarthy starting to call plays again?
Ooh,
all of a sudden, and you see how I've been acting with McCarthy and Dak all year long. You know that firsthand.
Yep.
I don't have no kind of belief in those two.
That's tough to hear.
Pollard coming off an injury. Zeke ain't himself.
Zeke ain't himself.
Dak is Dak, and McCarthy calling the plays.
Dak is Dak. That's tough.
That's 4 things.
Okay. Real take, fake debate. We talk about Lamar. Lamar Jackson signs back with the Ravens. Real take or fake debate?
I'm gonna say that's hard because they're gonna franchise him.
Tell me, real take, fake debate. What you got? You got to pick one. Okay, we got a real take, but
Hey, that's pretty good.
real take.
Because they're gonna franchise him, and if they're not willing to sell him, basically, I don't like to use that, but that's basically what they'll be doing, selling him. The chances of him sitting out the whole year is very unlikely.
Okay, I agree with that.
And that franchise tag is still gonna be 50.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I feel like if you go franchise tag, you might as well just pay him.
Yeah, exactly.
Just pay him.
But you can franchise up to 2 years straight, which I think they should change that.
1 year only.
They definitely, they should make
I don't
that
think you should
1
be
year
in franchise at all. Even if you do franchise tag him, you got to try to negotiate by a certain time limit before the season. If not, you can't negotiate a time. You got to trade him. I think it's not fair. It's not no true free agency in football.
Right.
You're like, come on, man. You already don't got guaranteed contracts. Like, I can't get a true free agency. Like, come on, man. We got to.
Right.
And
I'm worth it. I'm worth it. It's not like
worth the money.
It's not like I'm just like somebody that's out there.
Yeah, and I think the NFL more petty because they know they got the franchise tag.
Yeah.
Now,
they definitely know that.
Now, NFL combat, we was talking about that. We was talking about different teams. The Bears will make a mistake trading Justin Fields for any other quarterback in the draft.
Real take. That's
that's pretty good.
This thing, I think that they can do.
Uh-huh.
You have a player at the quarterback position who's proven he has the legs, arm strength is getting better. He has the knowledge, IQ. It's your system. When do you take acknowledgement of your faults?
Yep.
As an organization. You can't just keep switching quarterbacks out. Because the next quarterback gonna have the same situation.
And be worse.
Mm-hmm. And smaller.
Yep. No, that's true. That's
so
true.
Like when do you say, you know what, this was our fault? But you want to blame
Fields.
the quarterback, and I hate to use the black and white thing, but you stayed there with what you're calling for how many years? Trubisky for how many years?
For a while, for I think like 3-4 years.
Exactly. You stuck with him for that long. So how of a sudden now Justin get his opportunity? He showed you promise, and now you want to get rid of him?
Yeah, no, that's a problem.
For a rookie quarterback. That ain't one of those rookies that's just gonna step in and right away and just be like he has to grow physically and mentally.
Yep.
It's not just mental, it's physically too, because he has the body got to change. And it ain't gonna happen in 1 year. You watch KD his whole career, he's been skinny. And Smith.
It's some grown man's in that league now.
You know what I'm saying?
Grown man's
you
in
just
the
can't.
league.
You ain't gaining 40, 50 pounds in one summer.
Yeah, no, you're right. Now, basketball side. If everybody's leaving KD Suns a super team, can you guarantee a championship this year for the Phoenix Suns? Real take or fake debate?
Fake debate. There's no guarantee there.
You serious?
There is no guarantee. Oh, you did it twice.
I tried to click it off, but it was going.
You did it the third time.
Right. Yeah. But go ahead though.
But you can't guarantee that right now anyway, because of the limited time that they're going to be together. System. Even though hoopers hoop, you still the playoff game slows down, in which Phoenix already then fell to this twice in a row, 2 years in a row.
Yep.
KD is KD, but he only can make up for so much, and you got to defend on the other end of the court.
Okay. I respect that. I 100% respect that because I think maybe next year we can have that conversation.
Next year, I agree.
But
100%.
they just got together. They're gonna play like a couple games. Like they just played the Bulls now. I mean, playing the Bulls now as we speak. I don't know if we won or lost. That's my phone probably was beeping.
Yeah.
Hold on. We are in the third quarter. We down about like 8 right now. At the end of the third. So we playing them right now. So yeah, that's why I say they come with the territory with that. All right, next question. Dame Lillard legacy would be better if he just stays in Portland instead of taking a chance on going to anywhere else to try to ring chase.
I think
I
think that was ignorant for you to ask that question. You know that's a joke.
No, I'm not. I gotta ask because I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna say that though, and I'm because Dame had a quote, but I'm gonna hear your answer.
Fake debate.
Okay, I want to hear your answer on that, and I'm gonna tell you why I asked that question.
I say loyalty only lasts you for so long in sports.
Okay.
The city gonna love you no matter what, long as you know you stuck around for as long as you could. But if they had the best interest of you, and they know that you tried and tried and tried, and everybody that you had on your team that could go, like what you call that they moved to Lillard. I mean not Lillard. What you call him over to New Orleans. If you move them and get younger players to try to do the same damn thing, you're still moving backwards. You're not going forward.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying? And Portland is not a town that everybody want to go to. They took Jeremy Grant from us, but now they talking about Jeremy Grant might be coming back to Detroit after this year.
Yeah,
he's coming off the bench. He's coming off the bench as a 6th man.
Right. Why? Oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, he want to go back to Detroit. That's tough. Yeah. No, the reason why I asked that because a guy like Dame Lillard, I believe quoted. I want to say quoted exactly, so I'll misquote. I'm gonna say allegedly quoted. That he's seen what Westbrook went through and Harden went through. And also you can just think that obviously, because like I tell people, this ain't 2K, this is real life. Because once you leave a team and you a guy of Dame Lillard caliber, if Dame Lillard go to another team, he will be there for at least 3-4 years. So so he gonna want to have his family there with him, and him and his wife just built the mansion down in Portland. He loved living out in Portland. His kids are fine. The kids are in school there. It does not necessarily guarantee a championship. And that's why people get mad when KD or Bron stack the deck. So it's like, if I got to move my family and I got to at least make sure I'm winning. So it's not necessarily guaranteed a championship for Dame. And the Dame is like, okay, well, if I do leave, everybody going to complain and say I stacked the deck. That's like if he just say, he just joined the Phoenix Suns or something, and they just get rid of like Chris Paul and another pick or something. Everybody be like, oh my God, they overstack his own power. Now they don't respect Dame Ring. But then he stay in Portland, he'll lose and everything. I just think like legacy-wise, I think it's probably just beneficial for him to just stay where he at because he's going to break all the Portland records. They already got him top 75. And if he goes to another team and lose, they're going to say, see, that's why you couldn't really win. You just put stats up in Portland. So just stay in Portland.
I understand where you're coming from, but your legacy is your legacy. I believe that legacy shouldn't be determined by championships. All right. We honor Charles Barkley. We honor Moses Malone. Not Moses Malone. Karl Malone, Stockton.
I don't know if we honor Karl Malone. You on your own.
I'm just saying in general. That's what. I mean, third in scoring all the time. Remember, it was all that before now. After he's been out the league for 20 years, 15 years already. Now you want to start bringing up all this other stuff. Those same allegations was when he was playing. Nobody was talking about. So now I'm saying bring it up. But that's the paper.
Problem.
That's paperwork stuff. Yeah, that's I don't want to go there.
Yeah,
but we respect Dame, and he will always be respected.
What?
But for somebody like us, like that loves the game of basketball, that digs into the little bits of pieces of basketball, going to say, if he just tried to go, if he just went somewhere else, let's just give him a chance.
Right.
Right now, he's not really getting that chance, and
Okay.
it's not to his fault. Because if you got players around you that can go, you want to keep those players.
100% agree. 100%.
But when you getting rid of those players and then trying to replace them with the same type of player, you're going backwards. Like I said before, you're not gaining anything with that.
Yeah, no,
and
agree.
If the organization don't see that, it's best that Dame just say, you know what, we love it here. My family loves it here, but my last 2 years or these next 2 years, let me go see if I can get it somewhere else. Let me sign this 2-year deal somewhere else. Well, now he can't because he just signed a $500 million deal.
Yep.
Down there to be in Portland for the next 4 to 5 years. So wherever he go, it has to be on his last 2 years of this contract. He's there for 3 more years.
Yeah, but then I asked you this though. You a coach, right? So
Yes.
now you coach women's basketball, right?
Men's and women's, but
men's and women. You do both. You do your thing. You're a coach. Ring, 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 ring. Hey, Mr. Larry, we got a job in Nebraska right now. You gonna take it? And we go. You got to manage. Think about how much is you have to. We got to move the kids, family, transfer the girls, transfer the kids. Got to get wife cool.
What's my contract?
You get money.
What's my contract?
We talking like how Dave, like I mean, whatever money is make you satisfied.
What's my
the money is the problem in the contract offer. We talking NBA contracts.
Okay, so
now you go to Nebraska, right? Now
that's a business decision.
Business decisions. Now, but see how you see how you have to ask about the money because it's not that easy to want to just up and move like that.
Right, but if you got the money already, it's different.
Yeah,
he has the money already. Opposed to you trying to offer. Instead of you offering me, I already have it.
Now it was a double part question. Now you go to Nebraska, right? You got the money you want. Now you well off. You good. You got the bag. Ring, ring, ring. You did a good job in Nebraska in your first 2 years there. This UCLA. Go ahead, come to Cali.
Can I renegotiate my contract in Nebraska?
Nebraska said we're not matching that money. They're giving you more than you had in Nebraska. But you see how you thinking? But that's why I said it's harder for people when you got the choice. So that's all my point. Because if it was just easy, like, yeah, I'm gonna go better team, contract, money, and all that, people would just do that.
But you heard me say, can I renegotiate my contract?
But that's my whole point, that you also had to chop it up. That's my whole point where people just be like, Dave should just leave. It's not that simple, bro. It's not.
No, it's not.
Because you got, I was ask you that way, because it's different if Dame just get traded. We just like, all right, you have no choice with that. Dame has the choice if he wants to leave or not.
Right.
That's my
his money is in his pocket already.
But it's hard even if you got the money.
If my money is in my pocket, it ain't much going to change if I go to this next team. I'll stay where I'm at.
No, but you win. Okay, so if you go, your contract stay the same, but you ain't really winning in Nebraska, but you had a chance to win a national championship. When you go to UCLA,
I may think a little different because my impact with the kids in the school means something to me.
Okay, I respect.
See,
it.
That's when that loyalty. That's when that loyalty come in.
Yeah, I respect it.
You know what I'm saying? That's when that loyalty come in. That Dame is under that impression.
Yeah,
his loyalty to the city.
Okay. Yeah, no, I respect. I respect it. Now,
they gave me the money for me to be who I am. And why should I turn my back on them and the kids and the city that has given me the key to the city?
Yeah, they love Dame. They love Dame.
And if I fell there, well, he should have stayed where he was at.
Yep. Now they love Dame out there. They love Dame.
Now, if I'm on my last 2 legs of saying, listen, I'm out of here in the next 2 years, I might be gone. I'm retiring from coaching. And they say, hey, listen, if that's your plans, I'll take that 2-year contract because my kids and I don't have to move my kids and stuff.
Yeah, shout out.
I'm coming back home.
30-set contract is important. Yes, it is.
Very much.
Now, last one before I get you up out of here. My boy Step Jokic is stat pad and is not the real MVP. Real take or fake debate?
That's a fake debate.
That's a fake debate. Let's go.
I look at that in the aspect of he's playing the game and he's playing every day and he's going to win. I don't feel as though Westbrook was stat patent because his hustle meant everything. You had to actually be involved to get those stats.
Yep.
Jokic is asked a lot from his team in all aspects. Making a good pass, me as a point guard growing up, and somebody bobbled the ball when they had a clean layup, it was a turnover on me.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
he make
right.
a good pass and they make a layup. How can you fault him? If he's there to grab that rebound, how can you fault him?
Can you fault him? Yeah.
If you can't stop me offensively, how can you fault
him?
So stat pattern is hard to say to put to that. Not unless somebody throwing the ball against the backboard and grabbing the rebound like did for Charlotte, and then when Steven Jackson did it one time too to get the triple double. So stat pattern is hard to do, especially in the manner he's doing. He's getting you 27.
Right.
27, 10, and 10. Give me 27, 10, and 10 every year and say that I'm stat padding. I'm cool with that.
And on my team, the number one seed.
Yeah,
like,
and my team, the number one seed.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm stat padding.
Now, Step, I appreciate you coming on to the show, man.
You having me, brother.
Yeah, you already know. Salute. I rock with you. Love you, my boy. Shout out. Make sure you guys follow In the Basement podcast.
Yes, sir.
Subscribe. That's my other podcast that I'll be on, and I rock with my family over there, man. Salute.
For sure. Salute.
All right. We'll be right back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, and we are back. Real Takes Over Faith. I'm going to close out the show. Shout out to my boy Step. Step just came on from In the Basement Pocket. Bet you guys like, share, subscribe, join that movement. We had a great show. We talked about everything for the KD and Suns being a super team, which they are not. They're not a super team at all. At all. They're not. They're not at all. Then we look at the NFL combat. We got Nolan Smith running like he's a wide receiver or a running back. He's going to be edge. He might be a problem. His lottery pick has just went up to the top. Well, I'll say lottery, but his stock has went up. We also talked about how Dame Lillard legacy will be forgot. Is he in is he a Dominique Wilkins category? Is he in the Adrian Dantley, Muhammad Aruf? You know what I'm saying? Like those type of guys who was a beast at basketball, but they get forgot about because they don't win. I had to appreciate Dame, bro. I appreciate Dame Dollar. I appreciate Dollar, man. But he don't win. Everybody only care about winning. When I look at these things, I do. That's all I'm seeing. And then we had Lamar Jackson, Adam Schefter joking and playing might go to Commanders, but it might be true because the Ravens are playing with Lamar Jackson money, man, and it's going to come back and bite them. It's going to come back and bite them. It's going to come back and bite them, man.
Don't get too comfortable in these streets.
When you hear that music, it's time for me to go, man.
Get too comfortable.
I appreciate everybody who came into the show. Shout out Larry Step in the Basement Podcast for showing up today. Shout out my boy H30. Shout out Super Todd. Shout out B. Shout out Your Goat. Shout out Land of the Heartless. Shout out D. John. Shout out Double E. Shout out B. Shout out the Morning Brew Sports. Shout out everybody who been to the show, man. Episode 3, episode AI. We doing a great job. Every Friday you're gonna see me. But like I said, when you see this, you see me. SBTALKSPORTS. Real takes over fake.
Silent, but at the same time, my son is survival. In the strip club, it's 30 on my arrival. They gon' either praise you or either dislike you. Either way it go, my sniper probably a guide you. 360, so you know who I'm around to. Asking worker man, what the fuck you been up to? Feeding my families, that's friends who got stuck to. Yeah, cause and effect, off of my death. God only bring a real nigga to the steps. I looked at my phone, saw shadow with death. I turned Kanye, cause he still gon' protect. I turn God when I roll up the dope. Roll up the dope. Roll up the dope. Roll up the dope. Whipping the ghost. Whipping the ghost. Whipping the ghost. I peel off when I whip with the ghost. When I whip with the ghost. Whip with the ghost. Whip with the ghost. When I whip with the ghost. Amen. Pray to the coat. Pray to the coat. Pray to the coat. Amen. Amen. When I pray to the coat. When I pray to the coat. Yeah, one soul, stay in my lows. Stay in my lows. Stay in my lows. Stay in my lows.